What is going on, fellas? Steeler here, back again with some very interesting news regarding Project Scorpio. You know what, this thing is turning out to be better and better for both developers and consumers. And that's one thing I really push on this channel is you don't want any company to fail. I really don't understand why some people want one or the other console to flop. I get it when you're just kidding around, but when it comes down to it, without one or the other, neither is anything. Right? They will fuck you in the ass. So that's what will happen. It's very important both of these companies remain relevant. And if these dev kits are anything to go off of, this thing is doing some new stuff. And not only that, it's highly efficient. So dev kits have been revealed for Project Scorpio, basically. And I'll have one set as a thumbnail. And I might even have some images in this video. Looks very similar to the Xbox One S, as I've said, so I didn't expect it to be a lot smaller or even a lot thinner, but hey, they may change, so we will see. But ultimately, this thing is very small, very compact, and there are some details here. So basically, Microsoft say you can write for an Xbox One game, and they can literally do all the work to get this thing optimized and Scorpio enabled. Basically, they can do the work to get you the better version on Scorpio. Just make your game for the base Xbox One, right? And that's really cool. They also confirmed they've got a new transfer cable for all Xbox dev kits that essentially makes a 100 gigabyte kind of file of the game, different versions, iterations of the game as they're working, different builds of the game, much more easily transferable across different systems or different builds. That's really cool because developers, they don't want to wait 3 to 45 minutes, it said, to transfer their stuff just to see if it worked or just to work on it some more. Who wants to do that? So I think that's very awesome. Also, the guy did confirm a 31% boost to clock speed over the S and a 9% boost over the Pro. It is what it is. He also did confirm that that's clock speed boosts and not efficiency boosts. So meaning it is 9% faster, but it's more than 9% efficient. And I think that's pretty common sense. I did state that in a recent podcast. And like I said, some of this stuff is really awesome. Some developers are saying they got their stuff up and running on Scorpio in 1 day or less, right? We thought 2 days was impressive. 1 day or less. And people are asking, how are they doing this? Well, UWP, Universal Windows Platform, as I've said before. So it's this stuff has never been done before on a console. The thing has integrated LCD displays into the dev kits, as we covered last night. I thought it was a little panel, but it's just built right into the console, and they can tell real-time usage. So once again, this is some next level shit, and I'm just super excited for this thing. It's apparently easier for developers in every single way. You literally can port your game in a day or two, and that was a big AAA game. I don't see any negatives of this thing. And the best part is, all of this is going to spur Sony to do better with their next console. They're already killing it with sales of the PS4. I don't see why they will release a 5 anytime soon. They love selling those consoles. But their next console, is going to be killer. And as I've said, and as most analysts have said, that thing will probably be out around 2020. It's going to look good, and then that'll spur Microsoft to do even better with Scorpio 2 or whatever the hell they're going to call it. They have confirmed they are going to work on more consoles after this. So you want good back and forth. So it is what it is, guys. I think this is awesome. The dev kits, they're pretty simple, but hey, it's just a dev kit. I think the final product will obviously look better. So we did confirm over 9% boost to efficiency, not just clock speed. We did talk about the transfer cable that helps all of this. You got HDMI 2.1 support. So basically, guys, you've got all the bandwidth you need in that HDMI port. You even got FreeSync monitor support. Yes. So basically, the GPU tells the monitor when to refresh. No more screen tearing. No more jittery mess, right? And theoretically, you could play a game at 40 frames per second. And it would look much smoother than it would today on a normal TV. Now, I know I'm going to get questions about this, so I'll just go ahead and put it out there. No, there are 0 TVs that support FreeSync right now, but this is a future-proofing effort. I think they're going to have Scorpio as a base model in the future for a very long time. I see Scorpio as a base model for at least 7 years or more. When this thing finally becomes the new base model, it's going to be a monster, and it's not going to be slow enough to run modern games for a while. So they want to have 2.1 HDMI in there. They got 4K drives in there, and they've also apparently upped the hard drive bandwidth 50%. So, you know, when you die in The Witcher, you're not going to die of old age, for that bitch reloads, and it'll help load those higher resolution textures much faster. And speaking of, I did a video called Why Scorpio, or Why Xbox Scorpio isn't just going to be an Xbox One Pro a while back. And I think it's time some of you guys revisit that, because it's remarkable how, how much of this stuff has come to happen. You know what I'm saying? People were calling me nuts for saying they're going to use 4K textures. Yeah, it happened. And it's common sense now. It's easy to go back and say, well, yeah, of course, right? But back then, you should hear some of the comments, right? So, anyways, obviously, thanks for all your support. You guys are fucking awesome. Be sure and finger bang that like button, of course, like you finger bang my sister. I know I'm going to get that comment. I'm Dealer, and I'm out.